G'day. We're going to do another video today, and this one is effectively on the zones of safety that we deal with when we're dealing with either one opponent or multiple opponents. And part of that is understanding our movement, our posture, and our distance from our opponent. And there's a few aspects here I'll go through, and there'll be some things here that I'll touch on but won't explain any further because they'll be for other videos. I don't want to put too much into one video. So what I'll do is I'll get Justin in and start showing you what we deal with. So when we start talking about the zones of safety, it's fairly self-explanatory to a certain degree. If Justin has the ability to kick and to punch and or to tackle, I am fairly safe when I'm back here. I feel like I'm pretty confident he's not going to be able to punch me. He's probably not going to be able to kick me. If he does, I'll probably see it in time. And if he goes to tackle me, I feel like there's enough space for him between he and I that I can move in a way that I might get affected. Now, obviously, as I get closer to Justin and his hands are up, as soon as I start getting into this range here, we're in danger territory. And it's dangerous, obviously, for the fists, potential kicks, and obviously for the tackles. We often refer to this as the flak zones, where all the weapons tend to be. And my ambition is to move through this as rapidly as possible. Now, in a utopian world, I just step through here and I find myself inside those weapons I just spoke of. Now, this is actually another safe zone, and I'm trying to, in my application of acceleration and movement, move from this safe point rapidly through to this safe point. Now again, I'm doing it very simply because Justin's accommodating me. There is a moment in here that I can take advantage of in terms of if I move through these weapons rapidly enough, my opponent isn't going to be aware that I'm here before they're ready to deal with me. And so I want to take advantage of that fact in terms of my safety, getting to the exit, etc. So if I approach, one of my weapons I have to deal with is a punch. Now that's fairly simple. If I put my hand in front of my face, there's a good chance that I'll be keeping myself safe. But that's not taken into account the kicks and or tackles. So what I have to do is I have to lower my height. So I enter at a level such that if I have my arm out, even if he tries to kick, that my hand and arm is dealing with that in a sense. Okay? The other idea of him trying to tackle, if I'm already low enough and he lowers the tackle, then he's in danger of dealing with my weapons as I'm moving through. Either way, I'm reducing my target area by lowering my height. Okay, it's a really simple idea, but effectively I've reduced my target area from here to a lot narrower just by lowering my height. As I move in, I follow my hand in, I deal with whatever weapons are coming my way. That sounds very flippant, but it's an abstract idea simply because I can't go into all the technical aspects right now. We can look at them later. But as I move through, I'm looking to get to a position where I can affect Justin. I'm inside, but I don't stay there. So once I've got to a position here, I just keep moving through and onto either my next opponent, if there's multiple opponents, or the exit. Okay? Now to achieve this, one of the important features of my approach is that I use my floodlight vision and not my spotlight vision. And this is simply that I don't look at Justin's gloves, I don't look at his feet, I don't look at Justin per se. So I'm looking through and using a mechanism where I'm not looking at anything in particular, and martial artists will know what I'm talking about. So I use my floodlight vision. Okay? That's much better at picking up movement, and it means that I'm able to see beyond Justin in terms of other opponents or my exit. And that's really important in terms of my world can't be about opponent in front of me because I'll get locked onto him. So I need to get to the exit or the next opponent, and moving through Justin is just part of that process. Now lastly, if I have the time or if I need to, I can employ this idea of measuring, which is about leg work. So if Justin starts trying to punch me or kick me and chase, I just simply move my legs in a way that I keep this distance, I keep this distance, I keep this distance. And this is very low level, of course. Now that's designed to such that it can give me a moment's time, and if Justin is still attacking, it gives me a moment's time to measure, and then I might come in and through. Okay? The other thing that I can do, if I really need to, if Justin's throwing a punch, is I can cut. We call it cutting, so that he's less inclined to throw punches because I'll start, particularly on the inside of his arm. It can be very painful. Okay? And that can be an addition to my measuring. By just keeping my hand out here, if he starts throwing a punch, I can just throw a cut, which is a very simple idea. Either way, I'm keeping myself pretty safe. My leg work actually keeps me safe, not my hands. And my legs take me through those zones of safety to the exit. So all this is done with the minimum of technique. Our legs pretty much do all the work for us. But there's a lot to be gained in understanding the distance and how I can manipulate that distance. And I haven't even touched on the idea of measuring the timing of Justin. We're only dealing with distance at the moment. So the timing will be another video. And today I hope you got a sense for what measuring is and how we deal with it. Also the floodlight versus spotlight vision that can be very beneficial in dealing with certainly more than one opponent. I hope you got something out of this video, and there'll be more to come, and I'll see you next time. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.